Hello and welcome to Community Impact Stories here on the Serenity Resource Connector. If this is your first time tuning in, a warm welcome to you. Welcome back to those who have been journeying with us here each Thursday as we go live, focusing on different areas of impact and empowerment, inspiration, information. That's what we do in this space. Impact Stories is a new name, but in terms of the focus, it hasn't been new. We have been featuring a number of local businesses, Jamaican owned businesses, whether local or international. We have been focusing, zoning in on a number of our community based organizations. So we have carved out this space for your impact stories where you get to share the different initiatives that you're working on, and especially for the businesses in terms of how you are giving back. So it's not just about the profits, but also about your impact in your community. And we have with us for this episode, we're supposed to be having someone who is getting her feet wet in the whole matter of community impact. And we have a veteran in this space who has been doing this for many years. And we want to hear from them why they've ventured into those areas and what it is that inspired them and how it is that they have been able to navigate and continue to navigate that space. I am Winsome, your host for this program, and we are going to be connecting with Trisha until Renee is able to connect with us. Welcome to the Serenity Resource Connector space, Trisha.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. So Trisha Reed is the CEO for Shades of Elegance, located in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. She's also a Justice of the Peace. She is an avid community, I'd say, advocate through the South St. Catherine Chamber of Commerce. She took the reign, what was it, 3 years ago, Trisha?
Yes,
Three
yes,
years
3 years
ago.
ago. Yes, in fact, we are looking about elections now. My tenure has come to a close. Can't believe the time has passed so quickly.
Oh, thanks to COVID, the time just went by
Yes.
without us even realizing it. Right. But outside of her efforts through the Chamber of Commerce, she has been taking on some initiatives for many, many years. And for those who have been following her for some time, her page, you'll realize that she has been doing a whole lot. She's also involved with Heart Trust NTA, actively involved with that. And fun fact about Trisha that I'll share with you because I've known her for so many years. um, uh, Trisha has a heart of gold, in my estimation, from what I've observed about her. One of the things, Trisha, that I find really inspiring, when you took on among your staff someone who is hearing impaired. I think that was a really awesome task, especially for an organization of your size, small business. I think it's really commendable, and I just really wanted to highlight that. So that might not be something that you mentioned this evening, but I just want to put it out there. I think that is something worth noting, and kudos to you for taking on that task. I found it rather intriguing when I come and I get to and I'm not sure how to interact, and I'm able to call, and somehow your other employees are able to communicate with her, and I think that's really commendable. All right, so we want to hear from you. You're also a certified trichologist, not just salon and spa. I'll share with the viewers. Shades of Elegance is where you go for beauty therapy. Whatever the service is, whether it is that you get it just a shampoo, it's therapeutic. And we want to commend Trisha for what she has been doing in that area. So let's get into the whole matter of Shades of Elegance. I know it's a long story, but just give the viewers a snippet of how you got started and then we move into the impact. Yes.
Ah, okay, so again, good night, Winsome, and thank you for having me. And I must say good
Pleasure.
night to our viewers. And I hope that our discussion this evening will be impactful, and I hope that I will be able to impact someone this evening. All right, so you want to hear about the journey of Shades of Elegance. Shades of Elegance started 24 years ago. Again, time flies quickly. And it started on my mother's veranda. I didn't have a clue how to get it started. When we decided, my mother and I decided that, I wanted to do something on my own. We didn't have the money to start, but we went and we sought credit, and we credit $32,500 worth of products and chair and brushes and blow dryer just to get it started. And the gentleman said yes, but we had to have a guarantor for the 35,000, for the $32,500. And from there, Shades of Elegance has bloomed and blossomed into something beautiful. I must say that my first dream, after leaving cosmetology school, because for first of all, viewers, I must say that I did not want to become a hairdresser, because gone were the days where hairdressers were high school dropouts, and we were not recognized as professionals, so I did not want to go in that field. But my mom insisted on me doing the course, even though I was terrified when she took me to Dr. Oates Institute in Maypen. And I fell in love with it one week later. I fell in love with it, and I decided that I wanted to develop a career into cosmetology. I wanted to do it. But then I recognized that there was a science, and that's the reason why I decided to, take on the career as a cosmetologist. I recognized that, Old Harbor was lacking good hair care back in the days, and I decided that I wanted to change the trajectory of hair care in Old Harbor. I wanted to bring professionalism, I wanted to bring hair care, I wanted to bring customer service into the area where beauty is concerned. And I followed the dream. I didn't give up, even though it got rough and it got hard, but I stuck to it, and I managed to achieve that goal. I managed to achieve that dream. And I sometimes I look back and I'm like, okay, you have overcome that, you have achieved that goal. So it's now to achieve a new goal. I've always had that dream in my mind that I wanted to own the spa of choice in the Caribbean. So now my goal is to become the destination spa of the Caribbean. I don't know how we're going to achieve it, but again, we will, with hard work and dedication. It hasn't been easy. It has been rough. It has been a lot of hard times. I mean, I gave this story on Instagram last week, where I had a shoes on my feet, and a gentleman said to me, Trisha, you know that a shoemaker is around there, a shoemaker is around there, and it's $100 to fix the shoes. And in that time, I couldn't fix it for $100. And I must tell you though, it's not that I couldn't afford to fix that shoes, but I had a bigger goal in my mind, and I knew what I wanted. And I knew at that time the shoes and the pretty clothes didn't matter. What mattered mostly that time was for me gaining that professional salon that I needed. I needed a clean, nice space with my salon, nice and clean and professional, so I can serve the nurses, the doctors, the business owners, the professionals. That was my dream. And also, guys, I must share with you, I prayed. When I left cosmetology school, I prayed and I asked the Lord, I don't want to do any dancehall style because I can't. I am not that type of a person. And I don't want that market either. What the market that I want is working class people, persons who are going to work, persons who, want to maintain their natural hair, who can come in every Sunday, get their hair shampooed and relax for work Monday morning. Because I am not the techie type. I can't braid, I can't cornrow, I can't do anything like that. And yes, I can't. Winsome, I think that's a fun fact. I'm into beauty, but I can't, plait. But it's the truth because, as I said, my mother was the one who inspired me and she pushed or forced me to become a cosmetologist. But I haven't regretted it any at all. I don't regret. I have no regret. And if I should win $20 million today, I would invest it more in cosmetology because I love it. It's something that I love. I eat, breathe, drink hair care, skincare every day.
Amazing. All right. Thank you so much for carrying that. Empowerment TV is sharing here that Trish, you are doing well in that area. It's possible you keep your eyes on it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you all in this space. All right, fantastic. So share with us. So you're in this space, and what you've done to a great extent is utilize your craft to actually impact lives in other areas. Share with us some of the institutions that you've been working with over the years. I know you have at least one school that you impact each year. So take us through that and how you go about selecting who to work with, because I know you would have gotten a lot of requests. So share how you decide what initiatives you're going to be taking on.
All right. So let me tell you, I'm not sure which channel you're asking the question, but guide me if I'm going out of the real answer that you want. So I go into high schools and I do presentations on dressing, how to dress for success. And I also help with grooming the young ladies. I adopt Yadel Girls Home. I work with Yadel Girls Home a lot. I work with them every year where we have their hair done every quarter. We take them in. Doesn't matter how many girls are there at that time, but every quarter we bring them in and have their hair done. We did that consistently until COVID, but we relaunched the program since December. So we have their dinner December gone, and we are looking to have them in March, the first end of quarter for this year. So we usually work with the girls' home. For the high schools, I have been consistent with Black River High School every year. This is our seventh. I've been consistent for 7 years. I have to drive to Black River High School because the information that I deliver to them every year is like it is so refreshing and it helps. And every year they would show me how, whatever I said to the students, how it impacted them and some of the changes that the students would have made based on my direction, my guidance, and my presentation. Now, over the years, I've received a lot of requests every year asking me to be main speaker for Girls' Day or Career Day or just graduation, speaking at graduation. And recently, a new addition to my list is the Watsonton Primary School, where I have not just speak for them on numerous occasions, but I've also went into training where I go in and train the staff, not the assistant staff. I have been doing all of that as well. But for me, it's a pleasure doing it. It's something that gives me life. I love people naturally. So when I get the calls for to do these things, I get really excited. So sometimes I think that cosmetology is not really my calling, but the Lord used cosmetology to channel me to where I need to go. But these are the things that I've been doing in the different institutions over the years consistently.
All right. In addition to that, the project that you do each year in terms of back to school, because I know
Oh,
that
I didn't remember.
you're right. I know.
There's so
Right. In
many.
terms
There's
of
so
back to school,
many.
talk to us about that one.
All right. So thank you for that, Winsome. See, I
No
chat a lot.
problem.
I chat a lot. All right. So for the back to school program now, we select a child, not just a girl, but a child from Red Ground District of Churches. And what we do, we select someone who is doing well, who can't afford high school, who can't afford to pay the tuition fee, buy the books and stuff, and that has been going on for 7 years as well. So we have selected our seventh student last year, August. Yes, she is going to Holy Childhood High School now as well. And what we do, we pair that child with a mentor because I don't believe that you should pay a child's school fee and buy the books and then leave them on their own. Because for me, it's really the guidance that will help you to get to where you need to go. The books, yes, it does, but the hand the hand holding is even more important than the books and the tuition fee. And one of the things that I cherish is um when you're from a poor community and you don't have persons to help you, you're always going to think that you are poor and you will be poor and you can't be nothing but poor. But when you have someone who is not in the community and that person is encouraging you, that person is giving you guidance, that person is giving you direction, then your eyes are open to something different. And then once your eyes are open to something different, now you are now better able to make better choices and better decisions as to choosing career path. you know a lot of times if it is that the students that they think that they are poor, if they get the training and the hand holding, they'll make better choices in their career. They're better able to withstand temptations. They're better able to be more consistent and disciplined, because sometimes when you have that person to look up to, then you're better able to manage yourself and to overcome the challenges that you face on a daily basis. A lot of times it's really a little help we need to overcome the challenges that we are facing to reach our success in life. So that's one of the reasons why we select a mentor to hold on to that child's hand and help that child throughout their high school journey into university. Unfortunately, the young lady that we chose this year, I knew a teacher from Holy Childhood High School who we are very good. And I called her and I asked her if she could do me the honors to mentor her. And she said yes. I was so excited. So we had a discussion last week, and she was telling me about the progression and the growth, and I'm so excited. I got her report on my phone, and it is good. I mean, you can see where she's a little weaker in some areas, but there's always room for improvement. And hey, she's in first form. And last year, it was even bigger. The support was even bigger because I managed to get support from other business, two other business, one in Maypen, yes, Winsome in Maypen, and
That's
one
right.
in Old Harbor, where she got a brand new laptop. She got her entire year school fee paid, their every books that she needed, and other students, that past students that we have helped before, would have gotten some help as well. So this year the sponsorship that we got was like over $200,000. So it's growing. So I must
That's
just
good.
big up my sponsors.
All right. And that's a good note on which to acknowledge Shades of Elegance for sponsoring this episode of Community Impact Stories. Thank you so much, Shades of Elegance, for coming on board to make it happen. Who best to do this than someone who is actually actively involved in community impact through your personally and professionally. Thank you so much. And I must commend you because a number of the scholarships that are made available is usually based on academic performance. But the reality is, there are some students who did not get the proper foundation, and so they're not at
Exactly.
that level. But they need to be in school with the relevant resources so that they can actually improve. So commendations to you and the those who have come on board to sponsor that child and just continue to guide to ensure that she's rounded in all areas. All right. Tracy Edwards, good night. She's asking where you're located, Trish. Trish is located in Old Harbor. What number South Street is it?
36A South Street.
36A South Street, Old Harbor,
And
just
they
off the
can find us
highway.
on our website. They
Right.
can,
Shadesofelegance.com.
yeah.
Sakita, nothing like humble beginnings. Thank you for tuning in. Always great to have you here with us. All right. So let's make welcome our next. Renee, why am I not seeing you again? All right. Let's get her camera sorted. As soon as that is sorted out, I'll bring on Renee so she can share where she's at. She's just starting out. She's in the fashion industry, and found it rather interesting because fashion is something that is near and dear to me. And so I want Renee to share with us how it is. All right, seeing you now, Renee, let's get you in. Let's get you on stage. Welcome. Can you Are you able to rotate the camera so we can see you in video mode? Are you hearing us, Renee? You're welcome, Tracy. All right. Pouring Me Empowerment TV was saying that he or she knows that school, one of the schools that you mentioned earlier, Trish. Thank you so
Okay.
much for tuning in. Renee, not sure what's happening with your connection, but if you can work on getting it sorted out, because we'd really love to hear from you. All right. Patricia has a lot of stories to share. All right. So, in addition to those other initiatives, Trisha has been making a lot of strides in her capacity as the president of the Chamber of Commerce. Whereas some of us, like myself, we do connecting and collaborating. There are persons like Trisha who are hands on the ground, and she has worked on a number of projects. Share with us some of the projects that you've been able to mobilize the team in Old Harbor, well, South St. Catherine to accomplish since you have taken the reins as chamber president.
Okay. So that's another thing. And I enjoy it, as I said. And I think the reason why I enjoy this so much is because of the love that I have for people naturally. So for the Chamber of Commerce, we have been able to execute a lot of different projects and well-deserved projects as well. So our first project was the market in Old Harbor. We had kind of uplift the market where we put flood lamps so the vendors are able to see at nights properly and protect their goods, because they were complaining about their goods being stolen and stuff like that. So we got flood lamps, and then we also renovated the bathroom where we gave them brand new bathroom paint, toilet bowls, and stuff like that. And we also gave them a tank, a big, I think it's a 800-gallon tank that we installed right in the market at the bathroom, so that the toilets is able to flush even when there's no water in Old Harbor. So that was our very first big project that we accomplished. And for us, it was a big deal because the first thing, we wanted to get Old Harbor Town clean and get the vendors, off the street. The first thing we had to do was to give the vendors a clean, good space to work in. So that was the first thing we decided to do. After doing that, now our second big thing was to create our own sanitization project where we ensure that the streets were kept clean. So we partnered with NSWMA, and we toured the town, and after touring the town, now we sat down and we looked at the town and how it was looking, and strategized how we were going to get it clean and maintain, not just clean, but maintain the cleanliness of the town. No, it has been maintained somewhat. It's still not where we really want it to get to, because we are fighting for Old Harbor to be one of the cleanest towns, not just in the parish, but in the country. And we have gotten a huge success thus far, because we had a huge dump right behind the police station on Vaz Drive, and we were able to clear that dump. We were able to create walkways on that area for people to walk on. So it has been a huge success. Another project that we undertake was um right in front of the NCB Bank, right alongside the police station there as well. There wasn't any walkway. It was all, messy and, you know, dirty water running. And for Labor Day last year, we managed to clean the area and pave it so persons are now able to walk on that stretch of road. So as part of our ongoing sanitization for Old Harbor, it, as I said, it's still not where we want it, but it's much, much better than what it was. So that's part of, the things that we have been working on. And we have also formed a lot of partnerships with the parish council, other entities, to, the police. We have, formed partnership with the police to help to maintain law and order in the town of Old Harbor. So the relationship between the police and ourselves, it's very good. It's very good. And we have been able to maintain a little bit more order in the town space of Old Harbor Town.
Amazing. Uh, that's really awesome. A question that I get asked quite often is, what is it that the chamber the chamber does? And in some cases, what can the chamber do for me? What would you say the chamber has done for you? The Chamber of Commerce has done for you as an individual
All
since you
right.
took up the reign?
All right. So for me, all right, so let's be real here now. Let me tell you what the chamber has done for me. I want to be a leader. I want to be a true leader. So when I accepted the role in serving on the chamber, I knew that it would help to build my capacity as a leader. Because being a leader, it's challenging, and being a leader, you have to have tough skin. Being a leader, you have to not just be a calm sea, but you also have to be a volcano, and you also have to be a stream. You also have to be a still body of water out there. But I did not have that in me before. I had it, but I didn't know how to bring it out. So when I decided to take on the role as the chamber president, I discussed it with my friend, and she said to me, well, you know what you want. So if you know that the chamber can help you, then go for it. And I said to her, I know that the chamber will be able to will help me, but I am also going to have to give to the chamber, because it's always a two-way street. It can't be that you're taking, but you have to give as well. So I decided that I'm going to commit myself to the chamber wholeheartedly, 100%. And I have done that, and I've seen where the chamber has allowed me to grow and grow tremendously in my leadership skill, in my leadership roles. It has helped to humble me, because I've come in situations where I'm in meetings with other persons, and I would want to just do it my own way, but I realized that, hey, Trisha, no, you can't do it. And anybody who knows me know that I'm very feisty, but I have learned to calm, and I've learned how to, be more meek. Also, the chamber has given me a lot of popularity as well. It has done that, and it has also done that for my business. So I those are the things that it has done for me, and it has given me not just the popularity and the leadership skills, but it has given me that sense of stability, knowing that I've always want to be a meaningful specific and not a wandering generality. And I mean, being a wandering generality is really not good. I don't think it gives you that peace. But when you're a meaningful specific, you have that peace within you, knowing that you're serving the purpose that you're called on earth to do.
Well said. Thank you so much for sharing that in terms of the principle of giving and receiving. And that's what it is about when it comes to community impact. It's what you give that determines what it is that you actually get in return.
And
Go ahead.
if I may say to Winsome that when even now anything happens in the town, people will call me and say, Trisha, I need your help. Trisha, I need this to do. Trisha, can you help to fix this? So it's like I am the go-to person. And it's like I can't say no. I'll always try to find a way to assist that person, or find somebody who can assist that person. So yes, the chamber is for business people, but it's not just for business people, for the entire community at large.
That's right. Because whether the business is an active member of the chamber, indirectly, all businesses, everyone in that space benefits from whatever is done through the chamber. And as you mentioned, in terms of popularity, with popularity comes great responsibility, because a lot of people are depending on you to ensure that certain things get done. And it takes an effective team to keep the momentum going. All
That's
right,
true.
let's acknowledge Roxanne. Welcome, Roxanne. She's saying good night, everyone, and that the service at Shades of Elegance is very professional. All right, way to go, Shades of Elegance.
Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you.
All right, all right. Anything else you had to share regarding the chamber? Let's before we try to get Renee back in.
All right, so I was about to say too that the chamber, it being at the helm of the decision making, sometimes it's good. It's good. Like for example, when you have the meetings at the parish council and you're there and you're understanding how it is that the town is being run or the parish is being run, it is a good feeling. At least you know what is coming, you know what is happening, and you have a suggestion when the meetings are going on, and you make your suggestion, and the suggestion was taken, and you recognize that it is executed and implemented. It gives you a good feeling. So the chamber, yes, it is good. It is a good organization to be a part of, and especially the executive, when you have a good team of people. Because remember, Winsome, as a single mother, as a business owner, as somebody who does so much work in the community, it is a lot, and it can be overwhelming. So I don't want any one of our viewers to sit there and think that, oh, it's okay for her. No, it's not. it's not okay. But when you're committed, the commitment that you have will help you to overcome the challenges and get rid of the, the overwhelming feeling at times. But don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, don't think that, oh, I'm a superwoman. I'm not a superwoman, but the work has to be done, and we can't sit and wait for others to do it. Everybody plays a role, and everybody has their little bits and pieces to do, and I believe in that. So it's not easy sitting here, speaking to you either, because all of us has our own challenges that we have to face every day. We have our own giants, but as Zig Ziglar would say, being knocked down is a given in life, but getting up and moving forward is a choice. So
Right.
sometimes we want to move and we want to stop, but we just have to look and say, okay, what is it that I want? What is it that I want for myself, and make those decisions. And sometimes decisions are the hardest thing to make, but once you make them, it becomes easier. Like you can breathe. But once you have that lingering in your head, what should I do? This should I? It's hard, but I mean, the work is hard, but we just have to do it. We just have to do it. And Winsome can attest to it because she's sitting there looking pretty as if she's not doing the same thing I'm doing every day. But when we have colleagues to kind of rock on, because a lot of times I have to call Winsome and say, Winsome, I need to
Yes.
talk.
Support system is very
Yes,
important, especially in certain areas. All right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see what's going on for Renee.
Hello, good night.
Good night. You are here finally.
I'm having a hard time connecting.
Awesome. I'm so happy that you got a chance to join. So Renee Mary is a fashion designer and the founder of Aura Couture. I hope I got it right.
Yes, good. Or yes.
All right, fantastic. So Renee, that's why they said that a closed mouth will never get fed. Renee reached out to me on Instagram some time ago and she loved what I was doing on the platform and she wanted to be a part of it and she wanted to because she has a project that she wants to work on and she just wants to get some guidance on it. So Renee, all right, first we have limited time remaining, but we want to hear why fashion, and you're in a specific niche when it comes on to fashion. Why fashion? Why that niche? And then we get into what you're going to be doing.
Okay, so from I was about 5 or so, I've been in love with fashion. So it's been a lifelong dream of mine to pursue fashion. But at first, I wasn't sure how I wanted to go about it. But about 3 years ago, I finally decided to do fashion designing. So that is why I chose fashion because of my love for it.
All right.
And I'm in a
So,
specific the type of fashion I do is haute couture, which is a little different from your regular everyday fashion. It's more on the art form of fashion, self-explanatory, and it's mostly like one of a kind pieces. So each design I create is only one of one.
all right. And you did a piece for, is it what, Miss Teen?
Teen
What's
Universe
Miss
makeup.
Teen Universe, right? And out of that comes this opportunity for you to actually get your feet wet in the whole arena of community impact. Tell us about that.
Okay, so I designed the dress for Miss Teen Universe Jamaica last year, and they reached out to me and asked me to put on a fashion show. So I decided to do it here in Clarendon because the organizers are actually from Mandeville. So I told them I wanted to do it in Clarendon since I'm from Clarendon and there's nothing like that happening here. So I decided to bring it here and make it a 2-day event. To begin with, it's a charity event for Miss Teen Universe Jamaica. Miss Teen Universe Jamaica. So I decided to do it as a 2-day event, one for the fashion show and another to highlight attractions in Clarendon. Because normally I go out of port, so show off my designs and stuff like that, and no one comes here. So I wanted to do something where persons come to Clarendon and stay overnight and get a feel of the parish.
All right. So how has the preparation been going?
It's been very tedious so far, but it's coming along.
All, all right. This is a good point, Trisha, as a veteran in this space, for you to share some of the challenges that you've encountered and how you have navigated them in terms of the social impact space.
Okay. All right. So, well, as Renee said, it's challenging, but she is continuing. It's the same for me because not all the time when I have a project doing, it comes off the way that one would want it to come off, and sometimes you get some huge setbacks right at the nick of time when you're supposed to either finish the day when it is supposed to happen, or maybe a week before somebody called to say, or sometimes people don't call. When you follow up, you recognize that, oh, this is not going to happen again. But for me, I try to keep my eyes on the prize. I try not to be distracted, and I tell myself that, well, for me the possibility always exists. Possibility is a key word for me. I don't leave that word possibility, because it is always possible. It may not happen the way that you really wanted it to happen, but the way how it happened is that way it is supposed to happen. So I try to keep my eyes on the prize by not to get distracted, not to look left, not to look right, but just look at the end result. And then once I keep my eyes there, I'm always looking for solutions. I don't look at the problems, but I look at the solution. And sometimes you have persons come to you and talk to you. You don't look at the messenger, but look at the message, because there's always a message in any and everything that somebody said to you. Sometimes you may think that it's negative, and yes, it's negative, but look at the message, because the answer is always there sometimes. You understand? So that is how I deal with my challenges, not just community wise, but also in my business life as well. In terms of doing community projects, that's another whole different ball game. That's a different ball game, because sometimes the persons who you would expect to hold your hand, and you're depending on them, those are the person that are going to disappoint you. And sometimes you cry, like last year independence. We were supposed to do the flag raising ceremony and all of that in Old Alberton, and a lot of persons just did not show up to do what they were supposed to do. I cried the morning before, and I just dry my tears and say, you know what, it is going to happen, and I'm not going to give up. That my staff said to me then, I really, voluntary work here balls are over. No, I had to laugh. But when you love something and when you're passionate about something and you want it to happen, you feel it from your gut. So you can't give up. And giving up for me is not an option. As much as sometimes the word come, I'm giving up, I can't be bothered, but that possibility word is still going to linger. And it's always possible for me to continue and achieve what I really, really want to achieve.
That's right. Thank you so much. Okay, Tracy Edwards is asking if you can design a long lap skirt for her. Okay, Tracy, it depends on the type of lap skirt, because if you want, all right, but you can connect with Renee. I'll put up the link in a little while where you can connect with Renee to find out more. All right, Roxanne Dennis is saying true words. We have to keep pushing. Raquel Fagan, amen. Yes, Andrine, focus on the prize. Messages are messages. All right, disappointments are appointments for something else. That's Audrine Rose at Here Extreme. Keep trying. Big up Trish, Georgette Harrison. Thank you all for tuning in. All right. So we are talking to Renee Mary of Aura Couture and Trisha Reed of Shades of Elegance. All right. I hope I don't get my tongue twisted there, Renee. Right. So we're sharing impact stories. So Trisha is a veteran in the community impact space, and Renee is just getting her feet wet in the space. And so she has encountered some of the teething pains that the veterans know so much of. And so she's navigating, and I'm glad that we're able to have her on screen with Trisha to share some words of encouragement as she goes into the space. Renee, when is your event, and what can the viewers expect? How can they support?
Okay, so the fashion show will be on the 23rd of March. They can expect live singing all night from Sign. I'll have guest performers there, Strike, Harry Chapman, Chemex, which are all from Maypen as well. I'll have a guest poet there, Maverick from Kingston. The competitors from Miss Teen Universe Jamaica for 2024 will be the models at this event. The dress code is Met Gala, so patrons can come out in their best creative outfits. The venue will be at Clarendon Paradise Garden. I'm not sure if I'm missing out anything. And the 24th, which is the following day, will be a hike and chill at Farmboy Estate, Rosehill, Summerfield. They can
All right.
expect a night of elegance and fashion.
All right. Georgette says she loves your outfit, Renee.
Thank you. The top is actually designed by me. I don't know if you guys could see it properly.
All right. We're seeing it. Very, very unique. Love that. And have to applaud you for stepping into the space. But we must hear though, is this something you considered before being engaged by the entity to do the fashion show in aid of charity? And what's your aspiration really? Because you could have said no. Why did you decide to go ahead with it?
Okay, for one, I've always wanted to do a fashion show, so it was a no-brainer to do it, especially the cause behind it. The reason for Miss Universe Jamaica is to gear young ladies, empower them into being an individual, and empowering them to express themselves and giving them a chance to compete and represent the country. So I'm all about teen empowerment. I got pregnant at an early age at 16, so I'm a teen mother. And from the day I found out I was pregnant, I always used to pray and write in my notebook that when I get older or when I become successful, one of the things that I would want to do is empower young girls. So this is something that I've always wanted to do, and this was just the perfect opportunity for me to step into that because I've always wanted to be an encouragement to others around me, knowing my circumstances and what I went through to get where I am at now, and seeing girls at the age of 13, because that's the age the competition starts from, age 13. So to see girls at the age of 13 knowing what they want out of life already, and it took me until I was 26 to figure out what I wanted. So that really inspired me and made me really want to be a part of it. Also, I'm just all for the cause of being an, how would I say it, an inspiration to others, especially in the society that we live in now where morals are so low. There's not much people who young girls could look up to now. So I try to make it my mission to be that example that they would need.
Amazing. Look at that. It sounds
Yeah.
like Trisha's story where
Yeah.
in
I
some
think
respect
a lot.
in terms of using your craft to be that vehicle to actually drive the mission that you really want to be on, because that's how you create impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
So really a vision and dream of mine for many years now to assist and give back to my community, especially to women and girls who have went through what I went through. Because from the age of 16, I went through a lot, from teenage pregnancy to being homeless to being abused, raped. So all those things, while going through them, I've always written down, because that's my way of getting through things, writing down my pain and then afterwards writing out what I want to come from the situation. So I've always write down after going through certain things that, well, when I get out of this and when I accomplish certain things, I want to be that voice for that woman who is in the situation that I was in before.
Nice.
And that should be
Nice.
everyone's mission, really. So it's about using your story to be that
Impact others and let them
right.
know
Indeed.
there's
And
still
yes, go
there's
ahead.
an opportunity to grow. There's still an opportunity to accomplish that dream, that goal, no matter how old or how long it takes. You still can do it. So
In,
what I'm doing now, pursuing my business and using my talents, is not. I'm not just doing it. I'm not just doing it for me,
Mhm.
but for everyone around me. Because once they see me doing it and accomplishing it, knowing where I'm coming from, they will know that it is possible.
True.
Indeed. All
Indeed.
right. Andreen is asking what's the cost for the tickets?
$2,500 for the fashion show and $1,500 for the hike and chill.
It's pretty reasonable. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
The proceeds from the tickets will go towards the winner of Miss Teen Universe Jamaica to travel overseas to compete for the Miss Teen Universe title.
All right. So I'm going to ask you all to come on board. You might not be going out, but you can maybe sponsor someone who wants to go and experience. If not the fashion show, the hike and chill, whichever one, or both. If you have relatives that's coming down, that's a good place. I should check out the hike and chill. I haven't been on that one. Trisha?
Let's look into that one.
All right. So, right. And you know, Renee, you continue to have my support in terms of what you need to have in place to ensure that you are compliant as you navigate the space with the event.
Okay.
All
Okay, I
right.
really appreciate that. Another thing, the fashion show is not just benefiting the girls, as I discussed, but also young designers as myself, because as a designer who is new in the business and don't really have a name for myself and trying to make a name, it has been very tedious and hard trying to get other people to come on board to support me or to give me a chance or the opportunity I would need to open the door for me to make it on another level. So I want to give designers like myself a chance to put themselves out there, not just in Jamaica, but they're also getting an opportunity to have their designs being displayed wherever the winner of Miss Teen Universe Jamaica will be going to compete. Because how I see it is, small. I wouldn't call myself small because I know I'm
That's
a big,
right.
but the level I'm on now, it is very hard for certain doors to be open, and I've realized that if I want certain things, I have to kick that door open or create a door for myself or a space for myself. So with this, I see it as an opportunity to open a door for small designers, for us to work together and put ourselves out there. Because if we are to sit here and wait for somebody to give us the opportunity to have your dress being worn in Colombia on a big huge platform like Miss Teen Universe, like Miss Teen Universe, it will never happen. So to know that I have the opportunity to do something not just like that, not just for myself, but others in the same situation as me, is a good feeling. And
Big
also
deal.
the entrepreneurs
Big
in
deal.
well, and
Big deal.
Oh, oh yes.
Big deal.
So proud of you, Renee.
entrepreneurs in Mapen as well, because I want to build a community with all the small business owners who are on the same mission as me to take their craft or their business on the highest level possible. And I want to bring all them with me. So everyone who comes on board as a sponsor will be highlighted during the Miss Teen Universe as well. And as the show grows and progresses, because it will be a yearly show, I know it will grow, and the vision I have for it, it will become an international event. So I hope to bring everyone with me along the journey.
All right. All right. Some roses around here. Simone Shepherd says that Renee, you are an inspiration. Love your drive and positivity.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that your connection connected so we could hear this awesome story from you, Renee. And we pray nothing but success for your venture as you move forward because the Lord sees and knows your heart. And I mean,
Yes.
yes, it's not about Renee, but about those around you who you can
True.
uplift. And that's what this space is all about in terms of encouragement and connection with resources and how we can help to lift each other up. Trisha, we have less than 6 minutes to go. So we are going to be doing your final thoughts. But before you do that, let me share the social media handles. So there you go. You can follow us on Instagram at Serenity Resource Connector, at Shades of Elegance Salon and Spa, and at Aura Coutura. And her Coutura is spelled with a K, not a C. All right. So please take note of that. All right. And go ahead and follow us. So as the time winds down, um, let's do Renee. Let's hear your final thoughts, word of inspiration that you want to leave with the viewers, and then we'll take Trisha.
Okay, I'd say my final thought is to everyone watching to never give up on your dream, no matter how hard it is or how it may seem like it's not working out. Never stop trying, never give up, never lose focus. One step a day, no matter how small it is one step closer to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Just keep believing in yourself. No one knows you more than you. So block out the outside noise. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know what's in you or what is put in you and your purpose or what you are here to do. Only you can decide your outcome in life. So just focus on yourself, follow your dreams, and never stop chasing them. Anything is possible once you keep going. And only thing can stop you is death. And once you have life, you have everything.
So sweet. Trisha.
So Renee has taken it all.
Oh
What
no,
else can I
you have
say?
icing.
What else can I say after Renee has given us that mouthful? And I would say the same thing. Whatever it is, you are your own. You alone can stop your dream. Nobody can stop it for you. You are the only person that can elevate your dream. You are the only person that can make your dream come true. And remember that that true you lives within you. So we have to trust in the Father, trust in our Almighty, trust yourself. Because when you trust yourself and you trust the God that lives within you, then you're unstoppable. And as I said before, the possibility always exists for great things. So don't let go of that possibility because the possibility is there for us to do any and everything in this whole wide world. So keep believing in yourself, keep believing in your dreams. And as Zig Ziglar says, we were all born to win. But in order for us to be that winner that we were born to be, we have to plan, prepare, before we can expect to win. Can't win if we're not preparing to win.
Wow, wow, wow.
I love
Thank
that.
you, ladies. That was some rich sharing, some soul sharing, and that's just what we want in this community impact story space. Real stories, nothing but the realities, nothing that is made up, but we call it real stuff because those who are looking on seeking inspiration needs to hear the real deal. There are challenges. There are going to be tough times. There are going to be times when you want to give up. but you have to hold firm to what it is that you believe in and the cause and just keep going, right? As Tracy says, keep dreaming. One day you will wake up. All right. All right. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, ladies, again for sharing awesome, awesome stories. And we're looking forward to bigger and better things. All right, we have some events coming up. So the first one is going to be the launch, virtual launch of the Serenity Resource Connector website on Sunday, this Sunday, the 25th at 5:30 p.m. And you can go on over to serenityresourceconnector.com/events and RSVP. I'm looking forward to seeing you over there. That's serenityresourceconnector.com/events as we get ready for the launch of the website. We are bringing it all in the space. We have been going for over 2 years. Each Thursday, we have a live forum here. So we are bringing it all in this space, providing you with resources from the different entities, a platform that is morphing into something that is bigger than we some could even think or imagine. And we want to share that with you all because that's why we're creating this space there. And then it's going to be, which one is coming up first? Renee, your date is March
23rd.
23rd. So before that, we have Shades of Elegance. We'll be having Trisha help me out here. The flyer is going to be coming up, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. But share with us, Trisha, what's coming up on
Okay, so
March.
on the 14th of March, I trying to remember. We're having a skincare wine and chill discussion where we're just gonna be, educating persons about the importance of good skincare and what are some of the products that we should be looking at in terms of your skin type. I mean, we have different skin types. We have pigments, pigmentations. A lot of persons are affected by pigmentation, aging. We have age spots and melasmas and stuff like that. So we want to, show and tell persons about these skin conditions and, give persons a way in which they can help with the different issues that they're having with their skin. I mean, it could be dry, it could be oily, it could be acne, it could be whatever it is. That's what we are doing on the 14th of March. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you have the
I think
flyer.
yes, it's the 14th. And you can up on over to shadesofelegance.com/event and RSVP so Trisha knows that you're coming so she can make additional wine and cheese available for you. All right. And then remember to follow us on Instagram where you get the updates of what is it that's going on in our neck of the woods as we continue to impact lives and our communities, both near and far. Thank you again for tuning in. We do this every Thursday at 8 p.m. live. Uh, Next week, it's going to be our Youth Leaders Forum. Every fifth Thursday, it's for the youth. This platform is for the youth. So you want to come on over and see what they're up to. We are taking it national. We started in Clarendon. Now we're moving national. So we're going to be hearing from the National Youth Council what it is that they are up to, what are some of the youth development initiatives that they're going to be putting on this year. So be sure to subscribe, set your notification, and come on back over here so we can support the youth as Renee is doing in her space, as Trisha is doing through her different initiatives to ensure that we empower the individuals around us. Thank you again, ladies. Keep
Thank you.
on keeping on. All right. And let's wrap up with Simone. She says, plan and prepare if you expect to win. This has really been inspiring. Thank you so much. You all helped to make it what it was. Ladies, we'll be definitely be in touch. Have a great night.
Same to you. Nice.
All
Bye.
right.
It was nice
And
having. It was nice to be here.
Nice meeting
awesome. Great to have you. And for some
Congrats,
reason,
Renee. Congratulations.
you. Thank you. And I hope to meet you one day. Or
You will. You definitely will. You definitely will.
all right. We need to have a union, not
A
reunion, a
meetup, a
union,
meetup.
because I haven't met you as yet, Renee. I need to make sure that we take care of that. All right. The music is not going, but just check out what's coming up. Thank you all so much for sharing virtual space with us here on the Serenity Resource Connector. Continue to stay safe wherever you are.